started talking with IDC, the thing that excites us most are one, the lateral thinking about how we connect with other things and other companies that they already invested, and they understood our business model right away. And the second thing was their quality of their investors, their LPs. In our business that we deal with consumer good companies, CPGs, and many of the LPs that they have also have CPGs in their companies, and they understood that very, very well, and maybe that will help us growth as well.
I mean, so many things. I really like IDC. I think I would boil it down to two things. Number one, they understand local. I mean, they're a global fund, but they understand the differences in dynamics that happen locally versus dynamics that happen globally. In my particular case, that's super important. I needed someone that understands not only the business model, but also how that business model works differently in Latin America or in emerging markets. So I would say that's a big one. The second one, I think it's got to do with the human nature of the people that I've dealt with. I've had the opportunity to work with many of the IDC members, and the common denominator is these are people that are driven by actually solving problems and making a change in society, and that's unique. That's not very common, especially in the investment world. And those are the type of partners that I want by my side, right? Because we're going to go through goods and bads, and you want humans to be next to you, helping you get through it.
I'm very glad on my relationship with IDC. I think that they are very different for most of the fund. I think that one of the main difference is that I think they are very independent in the way that they think. They are not followers. So even if nobody's investing in a company, if they think that this is a good company, they will invest. Even if a good company is competing against biggest companies, and if they think it's good, they will invest, and they will invest as many times as they think is necessary. So I really like that they are very independent in the way that they think. Many of the investors out there, they are followers. They are, if that invests, I will invest, which as an entrepreneur, you don't like that. You don't like followers, you want leaders. And I think that the second part, where I think that is very interesting, is that because they go through all the stages of the lifetime of the company, and they normally tend to start small with this strategy of test and then expand the investment. As an entrepreneur, when they start with you, they have companies that have they are 5-10 times bigger than you. So I see them like Sherpas that have gone to the mountain many times and they know the road. So they help you along the process. The bad part as an entrepreneur is it's hard to surprise them because they know so much about what is happening there. But the good thing is that they are going to push you to get to where you want to go, and they have all that knowledge. And I think that that's something that I really like, and they are very good coaching.
Well, IDC Ventures led our seed round and then follow up in other rounds. So the first thing to highlight there is that they've been with us since the very early days, when it's more about conviction, vision, connection with the founding team than metrics. So as a founder, you always need at the beginning the believers that see that world that you're trying to build. They've been from the beginning one of the believers and supporting our vision. On a more operational standpoint, they help us structure the board, bring great investors on board, bring investors that can also be active, past operators, open new networks. So IDC has been very fundamental in the first couple of years of business, not only providing capital and bringing more capital, but also helping us build the full ecosystem of investors and operators.
I think one of the things that Curve did really well is to find the right partners. Curve is not my first rodeo, and sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs. Being in a startup is very much like a roller coaster. So it's very important to choose the right partners. And Bobby and Richard from IDC Ventures are the right partners. I would not say that IDC is differentiated from others, but I would say that IDC as a partner is one of the most remarkable partners that any founder can imagine. It comes from good advice when there's hard moments, advice on negotiations with big corporates. or advice on how to fundraise. And also they're doing a lot of hard work to make sure you're not doing mistakes and that you have all the support you need. It's just a phone call away and you see an army of IDC Venture team coming and supporting you. And this is something that is not taken for granted, because many investors would rather put the money and let the team do the job, and they're getting intervened when they're not happy with the team. Whereas IDC Venture is taking a different posture, which is they're ingrained themselves in the company, in the mission. They're part of the team members. It's just an external team, but still part of the team. And everything you need, any help, any advice, one phone call, and you get everything you need as a founder to support you. This is a remarkable partnership, not something taken for granted.
I've been in the tech and startup space for over a decade, done tens of rounds in companies that I've been in the cap table on, or as a co-founder or as a shareholder. And so I've seen a lot. And I think at the end of the day, IDC has built a fantastic platform and they're a great bunch of entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial-minded people who are one of the few who get into the trenches with us, be able to really tackle the biggest challenges so that we can get where we need to get in order to disrupt an industry and really create a product to change the game.